So you're in the search for the perfect real estate agent for you. Well, you're gonna need to watch this video this week. It's Take a Tip Tuesday. So you meet a real estate agent at an open house and you're thinking, this person seems nice enough. And then you go ahead and sign on a purchase agreement, only to find out the real estate agent you're working with has only been doing this for a year and really has no clue on what they're doing. This week I'm going to be highlighting some great ways that you can find the perfect real estate agent before you sign the dotted line. In the world that we live in now, of course, the first place that most people go to shop for a real estate agent is online. I know that places like Zillow, Realtor.com, even Facebook has these online reviews. One of the things I want you to do when you're researching your real estate agent and you're looking at these reviews, I want you to really look and see how the real estate agent responded to any negative reviews. Nothing will explain a real estate agent's personality quicker than anything is how they respond to a negative comment. Some of them have little snarky McSnarky attitudes, and some of them aren't very level-headed. So you'll know that pretty instantly when you start reading some of these negative reviews and responses. If the real estate agent doesn't have any reviews or only has a bunch of old reviews, I'd ask that real estate agent the reason why for that too. If they don't give you a response that you're comfortable with, of course, move on. But then if you are still really liking this real estate agent, ask them if you can personally speak to one of their past clients. Then you can interview that past client and ask them their personal experience with them. So that way you guys are working on the same team. There are some people that you connect with really well, so you just do want to work with them, but you still want the best experience for yourself when buying and selling a home. Experience does matter, and of course you're going to want to ask the real estate agent how long they've been in the business. There's going to be some questions that you want to ask that real estate agent. Matt Layton did a fantastic video on 10 questions that you should ask every real estate agent, and I'll go ahead and link it up here. And when you have gone over those questions, the next thing I want you to ask your real estate agent, and Matt didn't cover this, is ask them if this is their only job. I know that a lot of real estate agents work part-time and they have had very successful businesses, but do you really want the real estate agent that doesn't have time to take your phone call or doesn't have the time to go at their lunch break for your home inspection and doesn't have the time when you need them? I would suggest that you would only work with a full-time real estate agent. I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but this is how I feel about this, and this is how I think that all of our buyers and sellers should be represented. Never work with an agent that is only going to be doing this kind of on the side. I really do have a love-hate relationship with sites like Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia. And the love comes from the fact that I get to show my listings to many people across the nation. The hate part is the fact that any real estate agent can advertise themselves under my listings. If they've paid for a spot underneath one of my listings, they can be considered a premier agent. And they may not know anything about the house that I'm selling. They may not know anything about the schools, they may not know anything about the local shopping, and they may not even know if the community has a community pool. It's one of those things that they pay to play. They're trying to get more clients and they pay for that spot. It doesn't seem really fair to the client, and it's not really a benefit to you to hire one of these people that you just see on the screen. If you do happen to call and you speak to the agent on the phone, ask them if they are the listing agent. If they say no, ask them if they've been in the house. And if again they say no, just ask them for some basic information and move on. And I suggest you only get your questions answered about a specific listing by a real estate agent that you hired or the listing agent that has the property, because they're the only ones that are going to really know the true information about that home. So you got a business card from a real estate agent and you notice behind their name there's like an alphabet of letters that look pretty official. And what those are is accreditations that the real estate agent has learned. They've taken specific classes that makes them a buyer specialist or a relocation specialist or even a retirement specialist. They have all these accreditations for everything. Whenever you see those and they say that they're a buyer's agent or a seller's agent or a relocation agent, ask them for how long they've been doing this particular accreditation and how many clients have they serviced with that accreditation. Let's just say that they're a relocation specialist. Ask them how many relocations that they have worked with in the past year, or even 2 years or 5 years. You want to know that they really do know what they're talking about. And even though you see all these accreditations and alphabets behind the name, does not mean that they're actually a specialist. It just means they took a class and they got their hours. And don't get me wrong, the classes are very expensive. But just like anything, just because I took a science class in high school doesn't mean I know how to dissect a frog anymore. I know you probably have some friends that constantly post the fact that they have gotten a lot of houses under contract and they're always taking pictures with clients that says sold all the time. But I really want to caution you in the fact that a lot of times this isn't really real life. As much as we like to appear busy, a lot of these busy agents aren't busy at all. And some of those sold listings that you see on there, well, they're really the team who sold the house. It wasn't just them, it was a whole team of people. And they actually borrow those sold listings to put onto their social media sites. Like my mother always said, thou protesteth too mucheth. If they're protesting so much on how busy they are in their real estate career, maybe they're just really desperate for a lot of clients. With that being said, some agents are very, very busy and they do like to post these kinds of things. So definitely do your due diligence. Ask them if you can see their MLS listings that they have sold this year. Ask them for their buyer side and the listing side and how many of those transactions closed on time. It's a good way to get some good information about somebody you found on social media. I did do a video in the past about these kinds of real estate agents because they make me laugh, and you can watch that right here. But if you do need to fire a real estate agent, you're gonna wanna watch this video. Oh, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification because you're not going to want to miss next week's Take a Tip Tuesday, which is all about getting your home sold faster. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because you matter.